Hi guys, kind of gray day today, sun's going down. I haven't washed this in 2 weeks and I got the new pressure washer kind of sorted. I don't have total stop set up yet, so I'm gonna have to pull the trigger like every 5 minutes at a bare minimum because the pump doesn't shut off. I turn it on, it just runs. And then the water will recirculate in the head when you're not pulling the trigger, which means that the water eventually will heat up and you can have some problems. I'm gonna try washing this. It's going to be kind of a quick wash. I'm not going to get really detailed. I'm not going to be testing out new products. Just want to use it. I want to see how it works. Now, I haven't released the entire pressure washer video testing, all of that, and that's because I'm waiting on another nozzle tip. What I'll be using today is a 6.0 40-degree nozzle on my gun. And that's like 1200 PSI, and it tested out at like 3.17 GPM or 3.21 GPM, something like that. I can't remember the number. Previous video, I mentioned it in that. I ordered a 6.5 and a 7.0 because I want to drop the pressure below that 1200 a little bit, maybe like 1050, 1100, something along those lines. I think a 6.5 is going to be the ticket, but I also ordered a 7.0, mostly because of like shipping requirements and minimum orders and all that kind of stuff. Those will be here on Tuesday, which means it's really going to be like next weekend before I can break all this out and do the testing and all of that. I want to measure the sound output compared to the Krenzla. I want to, do a good test for you guys and show you everything. I've got a couple 1.5 millimeter orifices coming in for the foam cannons so that I can switch those out. I do have one 1.5 millimeter orifice. I've been doing testing with an amp meter to see like what my amp and current draw actually is on this unit when it's running. And the motor is so stout that it seems to not really care about whether it's doing 1500 PSI or 1000 PSI, or it's doing a foam cannon with a 1.25 or a 1.5. It's somewhere between like 15.3 amps and 16.5 amps at all times. Like it doesn't really go above that, even with a 1.25. So today I'm going to be using a foam cannon with a 1.25. I've got a metering tip on it, and I'm going to be using Apex Auto Wash from Phoenix COD with a metering tip through the Griot foam cannon. And later on I'll switch that out and go through all of that as well. But I want to keep the 1.25 in there for now because I need to finish the foam cannon video. So I did, video 1, video 2, I have to do video 3. Everyone's been asking for it. I just haven't had the time to get it done with. Been spending too much time in a hospital, basically, and it's a long story. It's really not mine to share. But, we've had some stuff going on family-wise, and that's reduced my time to work on this stuff. So the foam cannon today will be with a 1.25. I need to finish the foam cannon video, which I need my Krenzla to do, or I have to go back and redo the whole testing from video 1 and video 2. So if I can use the Krenzla and I can keep everything consistent, then I can do video 3, it'll match up with 1 and 2, and I need to test the new MJJC Foam Cannon Pro V3 on camera, which I haven't done yet. I actually haven't even used it yet. I just unboxed it and kind of complained about it, and I haven't even released that video yet. So I have to test that on camera, and then I also need to add that to the pressure washer spreadsheets, do all of the testing with that, and then I'm going to mix up the same PIR across every single foam cannon so that we can see that they all foam the same, or hope that they all foam the same. I don't know, I haven't done it yet. So that's all. I'm gonna swap my shoes really quick because I just realized what I'm wearing, and then we'll come out and we'll wash this and see how it works. So current issues, obviously the pressure washer runs non-stop, which it's not that annoying, but I can definitely, I can hear it while I'm out here. It's more of a heat issue than it is a noise issue. because right now, because I'm not squeezing the trigger, the water is recirculating inside the head, and the water is kind of what cools the pump as it's going through it, right? So because the water is just going around and around and around, it's not actually cooling anything. So that should be resolved. I ordered a total stop kit. That kit is from Can Pump, and it's kind of a pre-constructed kit that they sell that also includes a shelf, which I don't really need. But I just kind of wanted something that would be able to be used without too much screwing around. So in my mind, it might be temporary, but I at least want to have some sort of solution for that pretty quickly here. My Krenzla is technically sold. I had somebody who reached out to me interested in buying it because he has a single and wants to do duals. Many of you could probably guess who that is. Obviously, like I said, I need different orifices. I need different tips. But kind of is what it is. We'll see what the flow is like when we're rinsing. The foam cannon has an orifice in it, so it doesn't really change that very much. Foam's a little thicker because you're trying to run more water through the same size orifice in the cannon is what you're normally using for a 2 gallon per minute machine. I'm using for a 3 right now, but that's okay. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with how it looks, happy with how it sounds. It does, when you first turn it on, it moves quite a bit, like when it's actually starting the motor, because it's a big motor. A Krenzla is like 1.5 horsepower. This is 4. So it's more than double the motor of my previous unit, and therefore it's just more weight, more machine to start up, right? So I'm a little concerned about bottles falling off the shelf from the constant starting and stopping, especially once I get total stop. But you know, that's a next week problem, right? And that's kind of what I've always been trying to do here is improve the garage. And I don't know, maybe this isn't an improvement. Sometimes upgrades aren't worth it, right? Rinse this off. Wow. That's something. Well, that was really something. It's like violent. I don't really know how to describe it. Like, you pull the trigger and it like immediately chokes your hand back. It's like shooting a 9mm. It's something. Wow. I wasn't expecting that big of a difference. If you can move fast, like if you're running around the vehicle fast, you can actually be a lot more effective, it seems. Like the amount of time that it took to rinse something like this, or even like the roof, I always go down the roof on one side, then I have to go down the roof on the other side, because you inevitably end up with like some soap that's stuck over there, but there's just so much water coming out that it's, wow. I'm like, I mean, I'm out of shape, but I'm like out of breath. That's something. So yeah, I said I wasn't gonna be testing anything new, but here's a Diva, which I haven't tested before. So we'll see how this is. I have the new Diva rinseless towels as well. I want them to be their own video, but I think that they're probably going to be my new favorite drying towel. So I guess that lets the cat out of the bag. I haven't used them. I've only pulled them out of the bag and messed around with them a little bit, seeing how they were, but I mean, it's this with a smaller size, so it's like beautiful. So other things that'll be coming up on the channel, got pressure washer final. There's probably a TSS video in there somewhere, and then a final video, like actual testing. So there's probably 2 more videos in the pressure washer saga. I have a bunch of House of Rags rags that I want to test out. I bought a paint depth gauge that I want to mess around with from Clean Garage. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 more pieces of chrome on this car. I don't know if you noticed or not, but the back step on the rear hatch is now black and no longer chrome. So I popped that out and installed the new one. They just kind of snap in. I was able to buy a black one from eBay, and I felt that it was going to be easier than painting or wrapping that. The old one had a bunch of scratches on it anyway, so I think that that's for the best. So I still have this piece, the 2 exhaust tips, and the front lowest portion of the bumper. So, and then we'll start working on other things. I have a tow hitch for this that needs to get installed, as well as the wiring harness, so that'll be a video, maybe 2. I bought one of those wireless CarPlay adapters that's supposed to let you do like video in motion and stuff like that. So we'll test that out and I'll talk about that. I mean, I've been using it for a little bit. It's going to get returned, honestly. It just doesn't work incredibly well. And then I have to finish up the clean to line, and I think it'll be on to Mile Deep, probably next. I don't know. Kadiba and Garage Therapy will be coming out soon. The collections are built out on House of Rags website. They're just not like in stock yet. So like the products are there, you just can't click the button. Yeah, I guess a quick, maybe long wash and talk today. 25 minutes, including getting everything out and changing my shoes and everything else. Start to finish, like since when I started the camera. That's pretty good. I bet you I could wash this car in under 15 minutes. Pressure washer's nasty. I need to work some things out, but dang. And I know I didn't clean the wheels. I know. But everybody always says like, oh, you're cleaning wheels with a wheel cleaner and your wheels aren't even dirty. It's like, yeah, I know. So I'll let those go a little bit longer, and then probably test the Maniac wheel cleaner. I've heard that's good. So we'll see how that works on this. And then Eventually I'm going to be getting different wheels and tires for this, so we'll get to clean these all up. But so I think that's all for today. I'm just going to move this over. Going to spend a little bit of time cleaning up the garage. Today's Friday. This video will come out Saturday. My goal for this weekend is to finish the foam cannon video, get to the point that I'm done with the Krenzla, test the sound output, a decibel meter, and see what the loudness difference is between those two units. Likely rinseless wash the SLC, test out the Diva rinseless towel. I'd like to get the tow hitch on this weekend as well. We're going to have to help a family member move coming up soon. I much prefer driving my own car with a trailer to driving a U-Haul. So I'm gonna put a hitch on this and we'll just rent a U-Haul trailer. I guess I didn't really talk about like the coating. The beating action was great. I probably could have just blow dry this all off, but I wanted to test out the new Diva. So this is a new lens, 35 millimeter. I've been using this on the last 2 or 3 videos. I really like it. It's not I normally use Leica lenses or Lumix lenses, Panasonic Lumix lenses, which are made by Leica. This is a Meike, M-E-I-K-E. It's about 1/3 the price. So I figured I'd give it a shot, and actually I've been pretty happy with it. It doesn't take too long to focus. It seems to be very clear. It's got just a standard UV filter on it right now. I've been looking at some other camera gear. I kind of went down a rabbit hole the other night. I might switch out my Sennheiser they made a new version of this that's UHF and has a little bit longer range. And more importantly, it can be powered by an external battery instead of using AA's, the receiver itself. So I might switch to that. I'm also selling a DIY detail rotary and a ShineMate EX620, the 5/15 model. So if you're interested in either one of those, please let me know. I will likely be interested in selling the Detail Co 6/21 at some point. If you have interest in that, you can let me know as well. They're all great. Every single one of them is great. The ShineMate's not my favorite. The DIY I actually really like, and the Detail Co I really like as well. I have the cordless Milwaukees, and I just want to simplify my life a little bit and get rid of some of the stuff. I have too many products here, too many chemicals coming in, too much stuff. So I'm probably going to chill out for a minute. I know there's some new brands that are coming out, but I want to get through what I have, blow out some of this stuff on secondhand detailing, and clean everything up and just relax a bit. I guess I haven't talked about this very much, but this has like 4,000 miles on it since I got it already. And this thing's great. Like, I love driving this. Every time I get in it, I'm like so thrilled that I got another Mercedes. It's very comfortable, very maneuverable. The turning radius is insane. It's got great power. I really, really enjoy the platform. So I will be doing a sound system in this at some point soon. I don't know if that's late February or early March, something along those lines, but I'm gonna do that sooner rather than later, because for whatever reason, I always take forever to do that, and then I'm like thrilled once I have it done. So I want to get that done as well. And then I'm also thinking about, and you guys can maybe weigh in the comments. If you search for lifted GLK, you'll find a couple different pictures and things like that on the internet. It's very rarely done, but there's a company that makes like a 1.5-inch lift for this, and then you can go slightly up in the tires. These are a 235 on a 20. I'm thinking of doing like a 265 on a 19 with like a black wheel, kind of like an off-roady rally looking wheel, with maybe a little bit meatier of a tire, like a Falcon Wild Peak or something like that. Maybe nothing crazy. I don't want like a mud and snow or anything, but like something that's just a little bit more aggressive. And I think it'll look good with the white and black all over the place. So let me know what you think. I didn't really talk about that yet. It's something that's been in the back of my mind kind of since I got this. There are a lot of different wheels that fit this because it's the same volt pattern as BMW, Volkswagen. I think it's Volkswagen, I want to say. But anyway, so that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.